So Power Book 2 Go Season 2 has officially wrapped up his filming just yesterday evening, with Michael Rainey Jr. and Woody, who play Tariq and Kane, being one of the last few characters left on set, wrapping up their final scenes. Woody posted "That's a wrap," and Michael Rainey Jr. telling us that Season 2 is officially in the books. 7 months of hard work, early mornings and late nights, with a shout out to all the cast and crew. And you have to say they've done a good job because it's tough times with all the lockdowns and recently even the storms in New York, so hopefully all of you guys have been keeping safe too. But Season 2 is officially a wrap, and it's really going to raise the bar compared to Season 1 because Season 1 was more of a continuation where they had to finish off a few storylines from the original Power series with Tasha's trial and Ghost's funeral and other few bits and pieces as well. But Season 2 has a completely new slate, so what can we expect? The Tejadas have been fully introduced, and we're going to see even more of them get deeper into the Tejada family by learning about their background and history. For example, why does Kane have the name Kane? His actual name is Lorenzo Tejada Jr, but he got the nickname Kane because he always used to run around a lot when he was a kid, so they used to call him Hurricane. So we're definitely going to get a deeper insight into these characters, and I don't think it's just going to be Kane. We're going to learn more about Monet and possibly her past because we know she's not from Queens, she's from Brooklyn, and I do think we're going to see more of a savage side to Monet Tejada too. Drew is going to be a lot more different this season after he got shot. I think we're going to see a darker character being unleashed as the season progresses, and he's someone who I would say is similar to Kanan in Power Book 3. He just needs a big death or a moment in his life which will change him and turn him into an absolute savage, and I think him getting shot is going to play a part in this. Ev possibly dying is something that would really push his character over the edge and really turn dark. Diana, I'm not too sure. I think she struck up a relationship with Tariq where we know they're going to sleep together. Tariq is going to be her first, and Tariq is someone who knows he can't trust Monet and the Tejada family. I think Tariq can really work the angle of Diana and turn her against Monet, but let's see what's in store for Diana because Lorenzo will play a big role. There's going to be this huge divide between the Tejada family, between Lorenzo and Monet especially, and it's going to put the kids in a bit of a sticky situation because if Lorenzo is released from prison, which side do the kids pick? If there is a power struggle between Monet and Lorenzo, there's Drew, Kane, Diana, and well Tariq now too. So I do think this Tejada split and power struggle is not just about Monet and Lorenzo, but it brings the whole Tejada family into a sticky situation, and there really could be a divide and a split between their family. We've seen the history of powers and families breaking up with the St Patricks, Tommy killing his own father Tony Teresi, and in Raising Kanan you can really sense that there's something there which will probably at some stage give in between Marvin and Raquel too. We've seen Kane showing his rebellious side already, and this power struggle and the split that's talked about in Lorenzo's character description, it's really going to be interesting to see how this all plays out, and especially with the new Connect around as well because this new Connect Mecca, who seems to have a plan for the family beyond the drug business according to his character description, so this is going to be something else that we have to look out for, and that's going to impact the Tejada family too. And if it does impact the Tejada family, it's going to impact Tariq too because he's in business with them. So this whole situation between the Tejadas, the split and the power struggle, Mecca and Tariq, it's really going to be a complicated situation. But let's talk about Effie, who's going to be more of a season regular, and I did mention in a video a while back, it did make sense if she did transfer to Stansfield to be closer to Tariq, and it may even happen in season 2 because we're going to see her teaming up with Brayden and Tariq, and Effie is a character that can really help elevate season 2 of Ghost. She's a character which we as the audience we want to see more of because there's still a bit of a mystery surrounding her background. She mentioned her mom's very briefly in a conversation with Tariq, but other than that, what do we even know about her as a character? Who's the Connect? Is she someone that Tariq and Brayden can trust after she burned Tariq before? One thing I would say though is she can be trusted. Tariq, Effie and Brayden would make one hell of a team, so I'm intrigued to see how this all works out and whether or not they still have the same course correct app still running. I hope it's something that isn't focused on too heavily this season. I do hope they focus on them in the streets a lot more, which I do think will happen, and the street element is something I do think will return, especially with the rumoured return of Cristobal and Roberto. We don't know whether they're going to be in prison or whether they're going to be out on the street. I could very well see Cristobal and Lorenzo in the same prison, and Lorenzo speaking to Cristobal, finding out information on Tariq and the St Patricks, because realistically there are only a few characters left from the original Power series that can tell the story of Ghost and Tommy. 2-Bit is another character which I dive deep into in my video on Sunday, but he's a character I really do hope we see more of, and I do think we'll see quite a few different parts to his storyline. There's him and Tariq, him and Cristobal, and will we see 2-Bit being introduced to the Tejadas or the new Connect? We're really gonna have to wait and see. But you really have to say with the return of a few characters from Power, the old street feels and the Power vibes will be there in Power Book 2 Go Season 2, and that's what's exciting about Power Book 2 Go Season 2 going into the new season, and it really is just a waiting game for the trailer so we can really see where they're going with the storylines. I do think they will pick up from where they've left off, literally with the death of Jabari, because they're going to have to address Jabari's death and how it impacts not just Carrie, but how it impacts Tariq and their business at Stansfield, because if they thought it was too hot to do business after the death of Bars, then it's going to be way too hot to do business after the death of Jabari. There's the issue with Tariq's story which Jabari was writing, and who finds his laptop first, which I think will be Carrie, who will start to put 2 and 2 together about who Tariq really is, and she'll start to learn a lot more information, and we know that knowing too much information in the world of power is bad news. So Carrie is one of my death predictions going into season 2, but death predictions is something I'm going to go into detail closer to season 2. So as I said, there's going to be a lot of plots and storylines that they're going to have in season 2, and this is why I feel like it's going to really bring the old power vibes back, with the characters going through their own story arcs, and a lot going on all over the city, with the prosecution of Jabari's killer, the power struggle, the split with the Tejada family, Cristobal and Roberto's return, the new Connect Mecca. There's going to be a lot going on, and it is really difficult to pinpoint exactly how the season is going to play out. With season 1, we knew where it was going to go with Tasha's case, and everyone could sense that Tommy was going to return at some point, but with season 2 it is really difficult to pinpoint exactly what will play out, apart from a few of the storylines that we've discussed that they obviously need to carry over from season 1 into season 2. But season 2 is also going to focus heavily on ethics. It's going to center around what's right and wrong, and Tariq is going to face a lot of ethical dilemmas. It's actually going to match with episode 2's title, which has been given to us by IMDb, which is Selfless Acts, which of course goes with the theme of ethics, but we haven't been given the rest of the episode titles yet. I'm sure this is something that will be drip fed to us over the next month or two as November approaches. Now, one thing I'm really intrigued to see going into season 2 of Power Book 2 Ghost is whether or not they actually make any connections or storylines where they could explore in Power Book 4 Force as well, because I made a video about how Blanca Rodriguez has been listed for Power Book 4 Force on IMDb, and I wonder how and why that will happen. You know, will she find out that Tommy Egan is still alive, or is it just a coincidence that she's gone over to Chicago because she's been suspended by the Force here in New York? So I wonder whether this is something that they'll explore in season 2, closer to the season finale, or whether it's something that we'll get the answers to in Power Book 4 Force. But one story I do 100% expect them to address is Rashad Tate and his brother Kamal. They're going to be involved in some way towards the end of the season, and I do think this is because they're going to use this to set up Rashad Tate's spin-off influence, and I do think it's going to be a really good finish, and a finish that leaves us on the edge of our seats wanting to know more about Rashad Tate, which will make us tune into Influence. So I really am excited for Influence and what they do with Rashad Tate and Kamal's spin-off towards the end of the season. But that's a wrap for season 2 with their filming and a short rundown with a few storylines, but there's still so much more to break down in terms of character by character, and I will do character breakdowns in the lead up season 2 like I did with Power Book 3 Raising Kanan. So Power Book 2 Ghost season 2 is officially a wrap. I'm excited, and I definitely know you guys are too, so drop me your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about the storylines which I mentioned, the Tejada split between Lorenzo and Monet, and the kids Kane, Drew, Diana, and Tariq as well. Effie being more of a regular, Cristobal and Roberto returning too. There's Braden, which I'm going to do a separate character breakdown video of him as well, because he's someone I do expect to get darker and darker as the season progresses as well. So drop me your thoughts down below, and of course if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, then remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Power Book 2 and Power Universe related. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.